Good morning, everybody. Welcome to OT. Today we're going to work on the letter S because spring is here. If you look outside, you can see that it's sunny, that the trees are green, flowers are about to start blooming. So this is a time where we celebrate good weather, and we also, maybe some of us celebrated Easter this weekend. So let's spell spring together. S, P, R, I, N, G. Today we're going to focus on the letter S. So let's look at our schedule for today. We're going to have circle time song, hello, our alphabet song, we're going to write, and then we're going to cook. And today we're doing cooking for the letter S. So we're going to make scrambled eggs. What sound does letter S make? Everybody, make your mouth like a snake. If you want, you can put your hands together and go like a snake. So let's get started on our cooking time to make scrambled eggs. Okay, everybody, so let's look at our schedule for today. So step 1, we're gonna sit down for circle time. So everybody needs to come and sit down for step 1. Find a place to sit. See, my baby Ty's just sitting over there. When we're sitting, we have our feet on the ground and our hands in our lap. We can sit crisscross applesauce or we can sit in a chair. Your decision. Okay, now that you're sitting, let's move to step 2. Step 2 is our hello song. So get your hands ready, get your shoulders ready, get your head ready. Good morning, everybody, how are you? I'm fine. Good morning, everybody, how are you? I'm fine. Good morning, everybody, good morning, everybody, good morning, everybody, how are you? I'm fine. Taji, are you fine? Yes. Yes, I'm fine. Adam, are you fine?
I'm doing just fine.
Great, and I'm doing fine too. I'm actually doing really good. Okay, so now we're going to step 3. Okay, everybody, so we came to sit down for circle time. Step 1 is all done. We said hello to each other. That's all done. Step 2. Step 3. Alphabet song. So this song comes from Patty Shukla, and I will add the link to the post. But for right now, we'll just sing it all together with my husband and baby Taj. So let's get our hands ready while Adam starts to play. Tap your arms, both sides. Twinkle your fingers. P is for play. Play. Q is for quiet. 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 R is for red. S is for stop. Stop. T is for toilet. Toilet. U is for up. V is for voice. Voice. W is for water. Water. X is for X. Y is for yes. Z is for zero. Zero. Yay, everybody! We did it! Good singing. Okay, hi everybody. We're going to be doing step 4 now. Everybody show me 4 with your fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step 4. And this is our writing step. So today we're working with the letter, we remembered our letter S. S for snake, S for scrambled eggs, S for sun. So S also, the word scissor starts with the letter S. So today we're going to use scissors before we write. So parents, we're getting these, what we call it is handwriting without tears blocks. We're going to get them ready since everybody doesn't have any blocks at home. So what you're going to need is just any paper. You can use any color. And in the handwriting without tears, we have things called a big line. And then we have pieces that are a small line. So you can draw lines for your kids and then have them use scissors for the letter S if you feel that it's safe, some child scissors, to cut on the line. So when we cut, we like to say alligator, alligator, chomp, chomp, chomp. It helps the child pace and move forward on the line. So alligator, alligator, chomp, chomp, chomp. Alligator, alligator, chomp, chomp, chomp. So here now we have, since I folded it, we have 2 big lines that we're going to be using for our writing series. Now we have a small line, so we're going to cut that. Alligator, alligator, chomp, chomp, chomp. Alligator, alligator, chomp, chomp, chomp. When your kid gets to the end, you can say stop. Now turn paper. And then they do their other line. It's hard to manage for some children, the paper, so you might have to do hand over hand or help them. But using song or chanting to help pace them and helping them know when the line is ending and when to turn with verbal cueing is a really good thing. Okay, so we're going to set these aside, these strips, for our other letters that we're going to use later on. For example, like when we do the letter I, we'll do big line, small line, small line, and it's a really great way for the kids to build their letters. But today for the letter S, we need to use our curves. So we'll get our big curve ready. That'll be one. This might be a harder thing for your child to cut along, so you might have to do that. If your kid can't do it, awesome. And there's also a small curve. So you're going to use your scissors, and you can use your chant like we did before to say alligator, alligator, chomp, chomp, chomp. But then you also have to cue them. Taj wants to play too. Have to cue them to turn paper. So once you have your small curves ready, you can set those aside. And then you want to cut your big curve. And I'm moving a little quickly for the sake of time, but don't rush your child. Let them really explore using scissors. If they're just on snipping and they can't stay on a line, you can let them use things like a telephone book or newspaper to just practice snipping. That's really important. Also, something to talk about is placement of your hands on the scissors. So in the scissors, you want to encourage the children to have their thumb up. So you might say things like, remember, thumb up, before you put their thumb in the small loop. The pointer finger is the direction finger, and then the middle finger is the power finger that helps you open and close. So you see I'm holding this with my pointer, which allows for stabilization and allows for direction. And then my thumb and my middle finger are doing the power movements of opening and closing. So if you haven't even gotten to snipping yet, you can just practice putting your fingers in the right loops, having the right hand placement, and just opening and closing. That builds a lot of strength in the hand. Okay, so now we're going to do our letter S for spring. So in this part, you can ask the kids, do we need a big line for the letter S? No. Do we need a small line for the letter S? No. And we can look at our letter S. Is there any big line or small line? No, there aren't any. Do we need a big curve for the letter S? No. This looks like a small curve, so we're going to put our big curves away. We do need our small curve. So we have one small curve going this way, and then we take our other small curve and we build it and we go the other way. So now we've made the letter S. So something fun you can do with your kid after they make the letter S is you can glue it onto a larger piece of contrasting paper. And once it's glued down, sadly I can't find my glue, they can use a marker to practice writing their letter S. So you would start at the top. So if you want to write a letter, then you better start at the top, top. Okay, that's a little song for them. You start at the top, you're going to do a small curve one way, and then you're going to do a small curve the other way. Letter S is a very hard letter to write, so don't feel discouraged because you're going in two different directions. It's using two sides of the brain. So just let your child explore and practice with the letter S. Talk about the things around the house that start with the letter S, like Taj is holding a spoon. That starts with the letter S. Or like we said with scrambled eggs or smiling, you can practice a lot of different movements with your mouth. I also want to add that you don't have to write the letter S. So if your kids aren't at the writing stage yet, they can do things like painting the letter S. You can get a paintbrush if you don't want to use paints. You can just use water, and they can practice writing the letter S with water against different types of paper because it'll show up. Other things you can do is use shaving cream and put shaving cream on a table. It actually ends up cleaning the table. And you can let them play with shaving cream and practice using their letter S with their finger and writing the letter S in the shaving cream. You can do it in the shower on the sides of the walls. There's a lot of ways to practice your letter S without actually writing. So just get creative and think about the different ways and let me know. You can always leave a comment in the comment section to let us know the ways that you used the letter S this week. Other than that, I think we're done with step 4. And I think we're going to move to step 5, which is cooking time. Okay, so let's start cooking. Let's see our steps for our recipe. This right here is our recipe. The recipe tells us what to do. So, step 1. Everybody, show me 1 with your fingers. 1, step 1. It says crack 2 eggs in a bowl. Step 2. Everybody, show me 2 with your fingers. Mix raw eggs with a fork in your bowl. And then step 3. Show me 3 with your fingers. You bring your thumb and your pinky together and hold your middle fingers up for the number 3. Heat a pan and put eggs on the pan. Scramble until they're ready. Okay, so let's go to our step 1. Crack 2 eggs in a bowl. So everybody go find the eggs that you have in your fridge. If you don't have eggs, you can pretend maybe you have Easter eggs. So here are my eggs, and here's a bowl. We're also going to need a fork. Okay, so step 1 said crack 2 eggs in a bowl. Parents, please help your children with this part. We're going to count 2 eggs. Ready? 1, 2. So take them out. 1, 2. Where did the rest of the eggs go? That's right, they go back in the fridge. Okay, so cracking an egg can be tricky. We need to do it together. One person needs to help. So it needs to be an adult and a child. When we crack our eggs, we hit it a little bit on the edge and then we use both hands. Parents, it's okay if there's some shells get in, you can fish it out. This is a really good activity for dexterity, meaning precision in the hand and making sure they have really good fine motor control. So we're gonna crack, 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 crack. Take our thumbs, put them in the crack and slowly pull. Good job, everybody. 1 egg. Okay, let's do our second egg. Crack, 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 crack. Take your thumbs, put them in the hole, and slowly pull. Good job. All right. Did we finish step 1? Yes, we did. It's all done. So now what step are we going to? We did number 1. We're going to number 2. That's right. Show me step 2. Mix raw eggs with a fork in your bowl. So now you need your fork. Okay, parents, when they're mixing these raw eggs, you can always wash their hands after if they get a little bit of egg on their hands. But what you really want to focus on is that they're using both hands in mixing. So one hand will hold the bowl, another hand will hold the fork. So the thing that's special about this is that we're mixing. One hand is moving to the right while one hand is staying stable. Okay. So that looks nice and mixed. Okay, so now my baby's here, baby Taj, and he's also going to work on step 3 with us. There he is watching. Hi, baby. He just woke up from his nap. So let's move to step 3. So everybody show me 3 with your hands. 3. Step 3 says heat a pan and put eggs on the pan. Scramble until they're ready. Are you ready? Okay, so parents, before you scramble your eggs, you can also add some spices if the kids want it. Should we add salt? Let's add a little salt. And if you want, you can add a little pepper. And you can let the kids do that. Of course, you can do hand over hand if you think they're going to put too much in. Okay, so in your pan, for step 3, you have to heat it with a little bit of oil. And parents, you're going to do this part. This part gets hot. So we're not going to let our kids do this alone, of course. We're going to be completely with them. They can watch at a safe distance, like how Taj is watching. I'm going to add a little bit of oil or butter, whichever one you want. Gonna let it get hot. So if you feel that your kid is safe enough to be close, that's great. It's a good lesson and a good life skill to know what's safe and what's unsafe for a child. And as they grow, how to do things that might be a little bit more unsafe for independence, like make themselves scrambled eggs when they're in their teen years. So this feels good and warm. So with one hand, I'm going to pick up my bowl, and the other hand, I'm going to hold my fork to make sure it doesn't fall into the pan. And step 3 said that we're going to put the eggs on the pan and then scramble. For our scrambled eggs, we're going to scramble them until they're ready. So you can just start to slowly mix them around. And if you watch closely, I can film this part, it's going to change consistency as it heats. So first, you can talk to your kids about how it was liquid, and now it's slowly becoming solid. And throughout this activity, feel free to point out what words start with the letter S. So, for example, solid starts with S. Stirring the eggs. Stir starts with S. Scrambling starts with S. Sun starts with S. These eggs kind of look like the color of the sun. They're nice and bright. So we're slowly cooking our eggs so they don't burn. And we're getting there. Taj is excited. Taj, are you excited about these eggs? Yes. Okay, so here we go. Our scrambled eggs are close to ready. Okay, parents, so when you feel that these eggs are good for eating, you can turn off the heat and serve. Taji, I know you want these. And serve these eggs on a plate. Okay, so let's see if we can get Taj with us so he feels included. So we're gonna get a plate. And we're gonna keep our children safe by making sure we let them know this is hot, hot. Don't touch, only adults. And you're gonna put your eggs on a plate. So did we do all our steps? Let's look over them. Did we crack 2 eggs in a bowl? Yes. Did we mix raw eggs in our bowl? Yes. And did we heat a pan and put the eggs on the pan and then scramble them until they're ready? Did we? Can you say yes? Yes, we did. So now it's time to eat. Enjoy. All right, everybody. So thanks for coming to OT and joining us for cooking with the letter S today. So all we have left to do is say our goodbye song. And then don't forget to practice your letters and your alphabet song this week, as well as writing. Okay? So let's say goodbye.
Goodbye, my friends. Gooey. Thanks for coming to OT with me. Goodbye, my friends. Ooh-wee. Thanks for coming to OT with me. Thanks for coming to OT with me.
Okay, bye everybody. Have a great week. Practice your letters for the word spring.